Look at the fat butt on this thing. You got to be careful where you say things like that these days. You're liable to get in a lot of trouble. Well, generally a thick bottom's not a bad thing, but particularly when it's on a piece of log that you're about to mill up. Not ideal. Look at the flare on that baby. Wow. Not that a chainsaw wouldn't fix. We'd get that hump off there, get her flattened out. Anyways, not what's on my mind. Thought with Scott. Why are you actively trying to talk me out of doing business with your company? To start this tale into the follies of customer service, we find ourselves in the stifling hot tool trailer, so we'll keep it short. My beloved Stabila LA5 PG 5-point plumb laser. And no, it's generally not supposed to look like this. As an added bonus to the video though, why not show you what is inside a 5-point plumb laser that I will say was quite expensive and now quite broken. If you're ever curious, can a laser of this variety take a drop from about 10 feet out a window to gravel ground? Well, it cannot. You got yourself, here's the laser portion. It's locked in place. When you turn the on switch on, it disengages this plastic mechanism, allowing the laser to go free and self-align. I'm sure that has something to do with it. So now, yes, you go, why would have you taken it apart? Well, because the shipping to ship it away, the downtime, etc., would have nearly exceeded the cost of the laser itself. I jumpered power from the power pack directly to the switch, and the laser did come on. The only thing in between that is this less than simple looking electronic circuit board, which no longer does circuit boarding things. And really, even if you did get it to work, would you ever trust it again? A self-leveling laser, well, after it's been dropped 10 feet, doesn't work, and you jimmy rig it with a jumper wire, I don't think that you're gonna be building fine furniture with it anymore. Its ship has sailed, but I did make effort to seek down service, and I got turned down. Now, I do want to point out that it was not Stabila themselves that turned me down for service, and I have no reason to believe that they wouldn't have supported the product and helped me to their full extent. I still love the laser, and I'm going to buy another one. It was a representative, and it brings me back to my original thought. Why are you actively trying to talk me out of doing business with your company? It seems so counterintuitive. If you have the business and you unlock the door in the morning, that you would want patrons to come through and exchange dollars for goods or services. But I have had a few instances this week that have led me to believe that there's a trend that is in the complete opposite. I phoned the closest distributor for this product available to me, a local business which I have supported in the past, and I am met with a friendly voice of a young lady who says, "We do not carry that product." I said, interesting. Benefit of the doubt. We're having a misunderstanding. Perhaps I'm pronouncing it wrong, or you're not familiar with what I'm talking about. I say, Stabila levels and laser levels, black and yellow themed, and if you'll look to the left of where you're standing, I'm sure you'll see your very own display of them. They have a display cabinet. I'm familiar with the store. She sticks to her guns. We do not carry it. I don't know what you're speaking of, sir. I'm very sorry. I'll have to speak to my manager. Fair enough. Again, benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're new. That's fine. Get the manager. I recognize his voice on the phone. He doesn't actively take the phone himself. Now, if you are in business yourself and you're confronted with one of these types of situations, as the manager, the team lead, you are at the helm steering the ship. Take the phone, talk to the people. You know, be a real person and talk to a real person. This is how business is grown, in my opinion. Well, he doesn't. I'm on speaker, and he goes, we don't handle that product. I was absolutely blown away. I got the impression that he didn't listen to what she said. He didn't know what I said because she didn't relay it to him. And his answer was, I can't help him. Onwards, move on. I have purchased upwards of probably $5,000 worth of leveling equipment over the last few years, all of the same brand of which they carry. And I'm fairly loyal to that brand because I've had such great success. But I will not go out of my way to purchase it there now. Why are you actively trying to talk me out of shopping at your business? We don't carry that product. Whose fault is that? Is it the young lady's fault for not being educated on the product lines that they carry? That would require some interest in the subject, and I would doubt that a employee just starting out in a tool store, if he didn't have a passion for it, probably not too keen on learning all about them. But the manager, the guy that's got skin in the game, not just a manager, this fellow, to my understanding, has ownership in the business. Anyways, you're actively trying to talk me out of giving you my money. It's crazy. So anyways, I go on from there. I did place an order for another one amongst a few other tools. Not local, unfortunately, because I tried again with another business that represented this product line for the levels. And I was met with the answer, we do carry them, but I'll have to ask my colleague. And again, if you're looking for simple advice on how to up your game of customer service, if you're going to put someone on hold, you put them on hold so they cannot hear you. This was not the case yet again. I hear someone that's being asked scoff and go, why would we bother finding the information to repair that product? It's a throwaway item. Retail that 5-point laser here in Canada, $410 if you find somewhere with free shipping. Is that going to make or break the bank? No, it's not. It's not going to change my life, but I surely don't view it as a throwaway tool. Not at $410. It's not a set of earplugs. Again, I am keen to replace the laser. I need to spend this money, and we have a construction business that requires tooling all the time. You, yet again, another establishment just talked me out of spending money with them. I wasn't upset or offended, bewildered. Why would you take an opportunity and throw it away like that? I don't get it. So my policy is I am not actively seeking out ways to get people's money. I find that if you're just nice and provide a decent quality of service, that will bring you the funds you need to move your operation forward. But not this sort of behavior. Just weird to me. Just didn't get any of these run-ins. It just left me at a loss. I don't know, you tell me. You leave in the comments, have you had an experience, an example, where someone you felt was actively talking you out of spending money, whether it be they didn't know they were doing it just out of ignorance, laziness, or they just don't care. Maybe business is just too dang good. I want to end this on a positive note. I did go. We're doing real well at the log home reno. It's going just swimmingly. Everybody's been great. Few hiccups in scheduling, but the service from everyone involved has been pretty darn good. I had to pull together a material order, phoned up a lumber yard that we have not used in several months now because they're at the far end of town, inconvenient to where we're working, but they had everything in stock that I needed, a one-stop shop. And that's what I was after. I don't like to go to town that often if I don't have to. I want to just stuff her into one shot. He remembered me. He brought up the account. He was pleasant. And not only did he help me go through my list, but he also made suggestions. Oh, I see you're getting this. You might need that. You might have forgot this X, Y, Z. The other thing. And I went down there and was treated. Whoop. Don't want to lose the remote. I was just treated with friendliness and respect. The young man that loaded the stuff in the trailer, he was keen to help, and he asked questions about what I was doing. Oh, he said, I've never seen this product before. What's it used for? What are you doing with it? And I thought, man, I'll tell you, this kind of behavior makes me want to come back and spend my money here. If I have to spend my money anyways, I want to go to places where it's a good experience. And I'm not being treated like it's a privilege to spend money at a business, because I think we've gotten too far down that road. How many times have you heard, oh, supply chain issues, and haven't you heard delays? And now in BC, if you guys probably don't follow the news where around we live here, but port strikes, the port authority or the port workers are on strike. Oh, blame it on that. Shipping this, price increase that. Give me a break. I work hard for my money, and I should feel like I'm getting value for it. So I don't know if it necessarily goes for you if you're just an employee. I mean, do your best, but I know you're not invested in the company, so I'm sure we've all been there. But if you actually own the business, come on, don't treat people like it's a privilege to do business with you. There's lots of places to spend money. It doesn't have to be with you. Well, that ends my thought on that. I feel better. I've been getting down to sawmilling in the evenings when the sun goes down a little bit. It cools off just beautifully. Perfect working temperature. Been getting a couple hours of solid time in on the mill each night. Getting lumber out of logs that I've got my hands on. So it's going well. I'm enjoying the trailer. I'm going to bring you along. We've been filming stuff. So as always, I don't know what order the adventure is going to come in, but you know the drill. There definitely is going to be a next adventure. I appreciate you watching.